Hey guys, welcome back to another one of my videos. My name is Maria if you're watching for the very first time, and I'm a wellness blogger, motivational speaker, and author of my very own guided wellness journal called One Ray. In today's video, we're going to be talking all about how to make positive thinking a habit every day during all challenges or circumstances, and I'm going to teach you how I did it / continue to work on it. So let's get started. I guess a good place to start would be to discuss what positive thinking isn't. And a lot of times people think that positive thinking means fake positivity or assuming everything is fine, being happy and joyful, even in the midst of chaos. I like to think of fake positivity as Patrick Star wanting to pick the city up and move it over there when the entire city is on fire, and he's just pretending that everything is fine when in fact it's not. Just to be clear, that's not what today's video is about. We're talking about how to make positive thinking the habit that you do and that helps you get through challenges and basically keep your head above water. I have been working on positive thinking for over 8+ years, and the one thing that I can say it has granted me is the ability to get through the day, like the everyday mundaneness or different challenges, with both hope and joy. So two things that are missing in so many people's lives, and this is something you can do no matter where you are with what you've got, and you can start implementing these 7 tips that we're going to go over today. So the very first tip that I have to implement the habit of positive thinking is to practice gratitude every day. Make it part of your routine, and don't just think of things that make you feel good, but actually physically write them down, which is part of your everyday routine in the One Ray journal. Now, a gratitude practice for me is looking at the past 24 hours and looking at the very, very small things that make me smile, like visibly bring a smile to my face that I don't necessarily write down every day. So it's easy to get stuck on my morning cup of coffee every single day. Too often we forget that having our basic needs taken care of, such as being able to pay our bills and having food in the house and fresh air to breathe, we tend to forget those things as our brain is constantly looking for what we're missing, what we want or need more of. And so every day making sure that you're taking into accountability the things that we are so fortunate to have really helps to put things into perspective. The second step to thinking positive is to find fulfillment in a creative project. So maybe it's a hobby or a passion or a committee or a club or a business. Do something that you find deep fulfillment in, that actually gets your hands into a project to find happiness through. Getting fulfillment through creativity both means you're making something that will help people that simultaneously feels therapeutic for you. The world needs more people who are happy and feeling like they can be creative in a project to use their hands and not just on their phone. And so that's one of the ways that helps me to think positive, is to move the energy inside of me and take it out through art. The third way to implement positive thinking is to have a problem-solving mindset. So focusing more on the solution and less on the problem. I mean, immediately when a problem strikes, what can you do right then and there to make a step towards solving it? You might not be able to solve the entire picture right there, but moving your feet into action quicker than you dwell on the problem will help you stay positive, will help you stay hopeful to solving it. Not necessarily every problem is solvable. However, when you look at it from the point of view of, we're gonna fix this, we're gonna get through it, no matter how, no matter what it takes, you tend to feel a lot more confident and courageous in your approach to fixing it. And having a negative mindset will never help you get to the solution, or at least it will make it a lot more difficult than it actually has to be. The fourth step to thinking positive is to get your physical habits in check. That's exactly why I created the One Ray journal, to help you Eat well, your nutrition to help you move your body every day, your daily activity, to drink enough water, to take care of yourself, because without physical habits that make your body feel good, you'll never be able to think positive. Focusing on things that make you feel good and that are good for you physically will directly impact your mentality, as mental and physical health are one and the same. When you eat well, when you move your body, you tend to have lower blood pressure, you tend to not feel as stressed, you're moving the stress through you through activity, and you feel a lot more clear-headed to directly solve the problem, to directly get through the day, and you tend to feel more light with the endorphins and all of the good things that come from taking good care of yourself. The fifth way to implement positive thinking is to focus on your mental headspace. Do you meditate? Do you set aside time without your phone to just let your mind sort of drift? Are you okay when you let your mind drift? And do you check in with yourself often enough to make sure that your life is unfolding in the way that you hope for it to be? Taking care of your mental headspace means that both aspects of your health, the mental and the physical, are getting the ball rolling to help you think clearly, not have brain fog, and help you just make good decisions. Asking yourself, do you solve problems head on right when they happen? Or do you tend to bury your head in the sand and procrastinate, hoping it will go away, even though in reality it tends to snowball even bigger and bigger and make you more miserable? So resisting the urge to bury your head initially and get scared by the problem and actually handling it head on means that you're probably going to have a much better mental headspace and clear focus to think well and to make the next steps towards your progress. The sixth step towards thinking positive is to surround yourself with people who bring you up. Now, I have to admit, most of the people I surround myself with do not even know I exist, because I spend much of the time with them on podcasts, on YouTube, on social media, and certainly it doesn't hurt that my physical circle of family and friends also contribute to that. So it may take you a little while to figure out if somebody's actually supportive of you or not, but when you're very in touch with your intuition and when you start to notice patterns, you can tell that right away. It's important to hang around people or take advice from people and support from those who have done the things that you aspire to do. It is much more valid because they actually know the steps that it takes to get there. And it also doesn't hurt to have your family and friends encouraging and supporting you to do the thing that makes you feel the most happy. And the final seventh step to implementing positive thinking is to have a growth mindset and plan. So, do you read books? Do you like to go on YouTube? Do you like to read articles? What do you do every day? Like, what is your actual plan to get better, to get more knowledgeable? There is so much free information in the world, and whether it's going on YouTube, whether it's taking a class at a community college to sharpen or improve on a skill, there is ample opportunity, and when you take advantage of that and learn new things, your mind expands and you get a whole lot more fulfillment from learning how to do things. You're proud of yourself, you can do things, you can use your hands, and you can learn new skills, and it feels really, really good to continuously learn. The only way that you could fail at whatever you're doing is when you stop trying and you stop learning. So those are my best 7 tips/steps to thinking more positive and feeling better about yourself and your life. Go ahead and do me a favor and subscribe down below if you've loved and got really good information from today, and comment what your favorite step of this is or a step that you struggle with. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you soon.